Okay, Chair, we're live on YouTube.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, members. Welcome to the joint meeting of Peterborough City Council's Employment Committee and Cambridgeshire County Council Staffing and Appeals Committee via Peterborough City Council's YouTube page. Members of Peterborough City Council are the appointing authority, and I propose to lead chairing this meeting. We have colleagues of Cambridgeshire County Council who will be endorsing any appointment that we make today. Before we start with the agenda, I would like to run through a few housekeeping rules. Members, you are now aware of the need to keep your video cameras switched on at all times and keep your microphone muted unless you're invited to speak. You all know that there's a little blue hand at the bottom where you can draw it to my attention that you wish to speak. There's always a risk that we may run into technical problems, and I would ask for your patience if we do. Should this occur, I will declare an adjournment while the fault is addressed, and the public broadcast will be paused. If it's not possible to address the fault, the meeting may be abandoned until such time as we can reconvene. I can remind members and officers this is a virtual meeting will be recorded and these recordings will be published. Okay, so members, Peterborough City Council Environment Committee, I begin by asking the Senior Democratic Officer to call the names of all the members of the committee to establish your attendance. Could you please confirm your presence?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, so members, if you can please confirm your attendance. Councillor Fitzgerald?
Yes, Daniel, I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Hiller?
Yes, Dan, I'm here.
Thank you. Councillor Jamil?
Present.
Thank you. Councillor Wigan?
Present.
Thank you. Councillor Yergerton?
Present.
Thank you. And yourself, Chair, Councillor Holditch?
I'm here.
Thank you.
I now hand over to Councillor Sherman, who will do the same for Cambridgeshire County Council members. Josh?
Morning, Chair.
Yep.
Morning, Chairman. Thank you very much, John. Thank you, Councillor Holditch. So now just to go through the list of our members, please, if I may, and if you could just confirm your attendance as I call your name. Councillor David Ambrose-Smith.
Present, Chair.
Thank you. Councillor Barbara Ashwood.
Present, Chair.
Morning, Barbara. Councillor Nicola Harrison.
Morning.
Present.
Morning, Nicola. Councillor Peter Hudson.
Present, Chair.
Morning, Peter. Councillor Linda Jones.
Present.
Councillor Matt Maguire.
Present, Chairman.
Councillor Kevin Reynolds.
Present, Chairman.
And you can obviously all hear me, so I'm present. Thank you very much, all.
Thanks, Josh. Thank you very much. Would the Senior Democratic Officer report any apologies for absence, please?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, we've had apologies from Councillor Hemraj and had apologies from Councillor Brown and Councillor Hill, who's attending as substitute.
Thank you very much. Josh, do you have any apologies?
No, thank you, Chairman. No apologies.
Oh, sorry, we do. Apologies. We have apologies from Councillor Bill Hunt. So Councillor Kevin Reynolds is substituting.
Apologies, yes. And we have a substitute. Thank you, Councillor Reynolds, for substituting.
Nice to see Councillor Reynolds back and in good health, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so does any member of the City Council's Employment Committee wish to declare any disposal of pecuniary interest or non-statutory disclosure of interest? If so, can you raise your virtual hand now? I don't see any. Over to you again, Mr. Councillor Sherman. It's like table tennis, isn't it?
It is indeed. So members of the Staff and Appeals Committee for Cambridgeshire, do any of you members have any disclosable pecuniary interest you'd like to indicate? Please use the raise hand function now. That's a blessing, none at all. Thank you very much. I'll hand back to you, Councillor Holditch.
Okay. Thank you for that. I think I would. We've gone through your piece, so yeah. I think we're there. Are we there, Democratic Officer?
Yeah, so we just hand back to Cambridgeshire because they have some minutes from a previous meeting.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'll get back on script. Sorry, Councillor Holditch. So members of the Staffing Appeals Committee of Cambridgeshire, we have the minutes from our last meeting for those that were present. And would you please indicate whether you're happy to for me to record those as a correct record. If you're not, if you can use the raise hand function now. No members wish to raise any concerns, so I will sign those when I'm able to do so back in the office or electronically. Now hand back to you, Councillor Holditch, for agenda item number 5.
Thank you very much. For the decision of both committees, I will read out and propose the Peterborough City Council's Employment Committee, and the recommendation is to exclude press and public, to resolve that the press and public are excluded from the meeting on the grounds that the agenda contains exempt information under paragraph 1 of part 1 of the schedule of 12A and the Local Government Act 1972 as amended, and that it would be not be in the public interest for this information to be disclosed and information relating to any individual. Do I have a seconder for the Employment Committee of any other member to agree? Please can you raise your virtual hand. Okay, Councillor Jamil, thank you very much. Peterborough members all happy with that?
Happy, Leader.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Back to you again, sir.
For the same reasons that highlighted by Councillor Holditch, I suggest or propose that we go into exempt session, and I'd like a seconder, please, from the Cambridgeshire Staffing Appeals Committee. Do I have a seconder? If you'd like to raise your hand. Councillor Mac Maguire, I've noticed you on screen first. Thank you very much for seconding that. I'll now put that to the vote. All those, I'm just going to do if any are opposed. So if you're opposed to that recommendation, please indicate by raising the blue hand on the blue hand function. I see none opposed, therefore I carried that we now move into exempt session. Thank you, members. Can I please ask the Senior Democratic Service Officer for Peterborough City